This is the way into the Fassfern Bothy. I didn't film much coming here because I was kind of pushed for time. I didn't know if the weather was going to turn, so I'll film some more coming back out the way. The Bothy's there in the distance. Not sure if you can make it out, but I'm just going to head there now, take a look inside, get back to you in a minute. Alright, there's a couple of ways you can get to the Bothy. One way is across this bridge, and it leads on to the track that you can see up in the distance, which leads onto the top of that mountain. I think it's a Corbett. I'm not sure of the name of it without looking it up. And after this though, round about where that gate is, there's a boggy path that leads you over to the Bothy. That's one way to go. In the summer it wouldn't be a problem. This is mid-February when I'm filming this, and it would be pretty boggy. If you have decent boots and gaiters though, you'd probably manage it. There's no river crossing as such. As you can see, the Bothy's in an idyllic little spot. There is a river, goes right past the Bothy, so no problems getting fresh water. This could be crossed in the summer as well. At the moment, I don't think I'd risk it without getting soaked. I'll take you to the place where I usually cross. It's just up around the corner. This is my preferred way to cross. There's a wee hydro scheme dam. You've got the steps. There's a step down onto that concrete, and then you cross there and you head back towards the Bothy, which is over there. I wouldn't recommend doing it on your own, just in case you fall in there. It's not that deep, but if you hit your head you could become a statistic. So, as I say, I wouldn't recommend it. I've done it a few times before, so I'll give it a go. Yeah, it's quite a cool spot. A nice big pool there for swimming in the summer. I wouldn't think you'd come to any harm. The water is fairly fast flowing into it, but it just comes to this point here. There's a fish ladder coming in. I've never actually seen fish climb up it, but I might have just been here at the wrong time of year. As I said before, filming this mid-February, but it's been a fairly mild winter. Just a little bit of snow on the tops of the hills from some colder weather a couple of days ago, but nothing significant this year yet. Still could happen though, as I say, it's only mid-February. You can get snow up here in this part of northern Scotland right up till March, even into April. Sorry, it's a bit dark in here. The light's not very good, it's only one small window each room, but as you can see it's the usual Bothy type thing. A table, 1, 2, 3, 4 chairs in this room. Fire, bit of grating if you want to cook over the fire, odds and sods of coal, bits of wood, brush for the essential cleaning up afterwards, fire guard. That's it. It's kept pretty clean. There's a small room in the middle if needed. Well, I could sleep 2 or 3 people in there too. And this is the second room. There is a fire in this room as well. Not quite as fancy this room. A couple of chairs. No sleeping platforms in this bothy, which is a bit of a shame. Quite often some of them do. There is a bit of space up in the ceiling, but it's not been converted. Don't think that would cut much. But yeah, nice little spot. Didn't actually see a Bothy book. Might go back in for a look. There's the book. Glensulaig is the official name for this Bothy. A lot of people just call it Fassfern because that's the glen. As I said, it's a nice little spot. Not much flat ground round about for camping if the Bothy's full. A bit to the side. There is an area down there which looks like it'd be quite good for camping. Doesn't look too boggy. Nice flat bit of grass. There's the odd bit down by the river as well. So I don't think you'd be stuck. It's not a really popular Bothy compared to some. But yeah, as I say, a bit of climbing at the back too, if you're that way inclined, up that Corbett. Can't see any defined path once you get to the top of that track. Maybe it's round the back. But yeah, time for me to head off. I'll take some video on the way back. The weather has been kind to me today. Clouds are quite high. I'll get back to you in a bit. I decided to head out the boggy way rather than across that dam, just for a bit of research to see whether this ground is any good for camping. And yes, it is. Nice, dry, flat. A few sheep droppings, but nothing to worry about. Probably got 3 or 4 tents in this actually. In the summertime it'd be nice, in spring. This part of the world, up in the north of Scotland, if you've never been up here before, I'd recommend coming up April, May. Start June might be okay, but after that it's just a midgy fest till probably mid-September, if you can fit that in with your travels. I would certainly recommend May. May is usually good weather up here. Bit of warmth, no midges. That's what I would recommend anyway. Back to you in a bit. Okay, I'm about a mile back down the track from the Bothy. This is the area where the main forestry track turns down that way towards the Bothy. It's still big enough for a Land Rover, but that's the main forestry track heading back to Fassfern. There is a track on the other side of the glen. You might be able to see up in the distance. I think it does come to a stop round about there. But that leads through to a Monroe called Glensulaig. Over that hill is another glen called Glensulaig. There's a Bothy there as well that you can access Glensulaig in. And over that hill is Glensulaig, and then over another hill is Fassfern. And so there's a Bothy in Glensulaig, a Bothy down there in Fassfern, and there's a Bothy about a mile up the road in Glenfinnan, past the Harry Potter viaduct. So if you're looking to access, that mountain, you know, you've got loads of tracks, plenty of places to stay. Kind of spoilt for choice around here. And you're only about 5 or 6 miles west of Fort William. So, you know, transport is easy as well. I say it's a nice area. At the moment it's a dry day. Obviously the weather can turn up here at this part of the world. So just got to keep your eye on the mountain forecasts. Rain is the most inclement weather we really get. Get a lot of it too. Catch you in a bit. Right, there's only one bit I would call steep on this Bothy path, and this is me halfway down it. It doesn't last for long. It's not even, maybe only even a quarter of a mile, but anybody with an average level of fitness could do it, I'm sure. Doesn't last for long. The rest of it's pretty much just your standard forestry track kind of stuff. Slight gradients here and there, but this is the steepest bit. Okay, I'm way down the glen now, probably only about half a mile to the car park. Just come across this nice bridge. You can see the water's pretty fast flowing just now because of all the rain we've had, but there is nice pools about for swimming if the weather was a bit warmer. This is me back at the car park. There's an information board with all the walks. I think the blue route stops at that gate that I showed you on the way to the Bothy, so the Bothy's probably about another mile further on, so probably talking about a 9-mile round trip to the Bothy from the car park. See, the car park's got picnic places, enough space for maybe 9 or 10 cars. Very nice. That's that hill in the distance that was above the Bothy. Okay, catch you next time. Hope you enjoyed this. Cheers.